Cooks, nurses, and other people working at prisons across the United States are now being forced to guard inmates. In this video, we're going to talk about the prison guard shortage that is plaguing the United States. This has had a number of effects. People are escaping from prison, and not just that, violence in prison is skyrocketing. Later in this video, we're going to tell you a story about a particular man, a meth dealer, that escaped prison back in February of 2021. But first, what is going on right now? What is the situation? Nearly 1/3 of federal correctional officer jobs in the United States are vacant, forcing prisons to use cooks, teachers, nurses, and other workers to guard inmates. And this is actually in their contract. The Bureau insists everyone working at its facilities are trained, sworn correctional workers, regardless of a position or job title. It doesn't matter if you're a psychologist or a psychiatrist that went to medical school, you have to have this particular training and be able to guard inmates. All 35,000 employees are told that when they are hired, they should expect to perform law enforcement functions. And this has caused burnout and a lot of people to quit these particular positions. Overworked employees are burning out quickly, and violent encounters are being reported on a near daily basis. At a prison in Illinois, there were so few staff that officers were sometimes forced to work 60 hours of overtime in a single week. This isn't bad if you're a correctional officer and you're really trying to save a ton of money. Correctional officers tend to earn between $44,000 and $63,000 per year just as a base salary. But these are federal government jobs, meaning they get paid time and a half for overtime and sometimes even double time. So a lot of these correctional officers are definitely earning more than six figures a year if they're doing that much overtime. So how bad is this shortage? Well, according to USA Jobs, this is the official jobs website of the United States government, there were 1,011 job postings for correctional officers. This is just prisons on the federal level. There's also prisons on the state level, and there's actually also private prisons. Searching for correctional officer on Indeed gave us about 2,200 jobs across the country. So a pretty severe shortage. And this shortage has led to a number of pretty crazy stories. This particular man, Xavier Terrazas, I hope I said that right, 34 years old, escaped from prison last February in a prison in California. And there is no story associated with this. They won't actually tell us what happened. Maybe they don't really know. Xavier was sentenced to 130 months for charges related to possession of meth with intent to distribute. 130 months is a very long time. 130 months is about 11 years in prison. This was going back to 2016, so he was about 4 or 5 years into his sentence before escaping from prison. And to this point, people don't know where he is. He escaped last February. They haven't found him yet. And this is the prison that he escaped from, the prison in Mendota, California. So people are escaping prison because of this prison guard shortage. Also, violence is going up. This is kind of what's happening in a prison in Alabama. A prisoner at Easterling Correctional Facility in February was stabbed multiple times by 2 other prisoners in the head, neck, and shoulders and had to be airlifted to a hospital. In another situation, a prisoner at that same correctional facility was seriously burned after another prisoner, get this, microwaved a mixture of baby oil, shaving powder, and coffee granules and poured it on the victim's face while they were sleeping. Terrifying. In another situation, a 23-year-old prisoner was stabbed to death by another prisoner, get this, a day before they were set to be released. So violence is going up across the country inside these different prisons, and people are escaping from prison as well. And this has other effects too. Jeffrey Epstein, who allegedly hung himself. The 2 guards that were working, one of them was actually a warehouse worker. They weren't working as a correctional officer 40 hours a week. They were just being brought in because of what they call augmentation. So as you can see, there is a giant prisoner shortage going on right now. Great time to become a correctional officer. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, definitely let me know, and I will see you in the next video.